Hi guys, this is Donald Lee from coming to you from the Kingdom of God here on earth. So I have lots to talk about, but I can't get it all in now. So where do I start? Let's start with the health piece. So I've been on this journey, and for years now I've been trying to lose this weight, right? You know, that stuff that creeps up on you around your gut. And fortunately for me, I'm tall, so I can carry weight in a way that's not so bad, you know. And so it doesn't look bad on me, but I don't like it. But over the last few years, my health has uh, increasingly gotten worse. Now, I don't have any major stuff going on, just uh, a sense of unwellness, and nothing that I can actually put my finger on. But anyway, just incrementally, day by day, getting worse. And because it's slow, you don't realize that, to me, that your life is being weighed in the balance, okay? And I say that because I came across a few health tips. There's a guy named Jabaz Israel, and then there's a Dr. Bobby. I don't know his last name. Anyway, saw them both on YouTube, and they were addressing foods. So, Dr. Bobby was talking about food, the difference between food and food product. He said food has one name, like bean, cabbage, broccoli, uh, potato, things like that. Food product has a lot of names behind it. Okay, so and that made sense to me. And then I ran into Jabaz Israel, and he really brought it home for me when he's normally doing his videos in a store, typically Walmart, but I've seen him in other stores. And what he'll do is talk about the food product that he used to eat and that he doesn't eat anymore, but he lost weight, still consuming all the stuff that he loves. And all the stuff that he used to eat, all he did was change what he ate. And he gives the example such as rice. So he picks up a bag of rice, he shows it to you, and he turns it over. You look at the ingredient, it says enriched rice, white rice, right? And it lists all the vitamins and nutrients that they, put into the rice. How do they put it into rice? They probably soak the rice in it, and then of course the rice dries or whatever in the process, and then they bag it, and then you come and get it and boil it and then cook it and then you eat it. Okay, but all of those nutrients and vitamins or whatever they've enriched the rice with are synthetics. And so then he walks down the aisle and he says, well, I don't eat this anymore, but let me show you what I eat. He grabs another bag of rice, turns it over, look at the ingredients, it just says rice. That blew my mind, because I read labels, but what I became aware of in that moment is that, yeah, Don, you're reading the labels, but you don't know what you're reading, right? And so it really made it simple for me to just go, oh, well, I can do that, because I'm not eating this anymore, that anymore, except for certain things such as pig, shellfish, and whatnot. My reason for not eating that anymore is from my reading and belief of the Bible. And pig is pigs eat garbage. That's why God made them. That's why he called them unclean. And shellfish eat garbage, right? They keep the ocean floors clean, eating fish poop. And so, of course, because we eat so much crabs, lobsters, shrimp, and all those shellfish, that the water is becoming more and more polluted, because these are God's Brita filters, right? They purify the water to keep the water clean. So bottom feeders such as catfish and things like that. So they keep the water clean by eating the poop. And you say, well, Don, they have to poop. Yeah, they do, but their bodies are manufactured in a way that it breaks it down to an inert matter or material that is no longer poisonous to us and in the environment. But that's their job. Okay, so I stopped eating that because of that. I understood what God was trying to say, why he called us unclean. He said, don't eat shit that eat shit, you know. So it's like, okay, well, that makes sense to me. So those are the kinds of things I don't eat. But as far as this new diet, so to speak, I I am still eating all the stuff, the rice, flour. So he takes you over to a bag of flour and he says, look at this, enriched flour. And he shows you all the ingredients that's been put in there. And then he takes you down and shows you another bag of flour. The guy that I was talking about, Jabaz Israel. He takes another bag of flour and it just says whole wheat flour. Doesn't have all that stuff in it. So I said, well, I can do that. And so I've been doing that. Okay? And the weight's coming off. Because that's one of the side effects of eating clean and eating and not eating poison is you lose weight. The swelling goes down. I mean, just think about it. You get stung by a bee, something swells up. You get bitten by a snake or something venomous or poisonous, you swell up, right? Poison. Well, have you been looking in the mirror? You've been swelling up. And when I say you, I'm including me too. We've been swelling up for years. Okay? Why? Eating poison. And that's one of the side effects of eating poison. Of being poisoned, you swell up. And so it was like, oh my goodness. So I started following that regimen. It's been about a month now, and the weight's coming off. It really, really is. I got concerned the other day because I lost 6 pounds in 12 hours. And it was like, well, how is that possible, right? But I weighed myself at 6 p.m. on Saturday, and I was 242. And then I weighed myself the next morning, right, before noon, and I was 234, right? But I knew it when I woke up that, how you reach across and you're scratching your shoulder and whatnot. I felt it. It's like, Don, you got to weigh yourself. Now, of course, I had some concerns because I know sometimes people got diabetes and don't know it. One of those side effects of that is you start losing weight rapidly, right? So I sort of stuffed myself a little bit the day after, right? And that's yesterday and whatnot. And so I'm back up into the 242 range, okay? So it's like, so I have confidence that, okay, it's not diabetes, okay? However, the bottom line, though, is this process works. So, well, Don, what were you weighing? My average weight was between 256 and 264, okay? And it would go up and down, depending on what I was doing or how hard I was working out and so on and so forth. So this weight loss that I've now talked about is not with working out. I haven't worked out, right? So the weight's coming off. Plus, I started taking a vitamin, 90 minerals, right? That this other report study shows that your body needs 90 minerals, these 90 minerals every day in order to function optimally. So I've been taking that as well. That's going on 3 weeks now. And I have to say, for both of those things that I'm doing, I'm feeling a lot better, right? So much so, that's how I became aware that close to about a month ago, I was on my way out of here. It's like I said, it's incremental dying, just slowly going away and not knowing. So I'm a whole lot better. I'm not back to, quote unquote, what I like to be normal, but I'm telling you, I'm 1,000% better, right? Still got my little aches, old man aches, right, and whatnot. But hey, I'm even that's getting better, right? But I think a lot of that's contributed come from me going up and down these stairs to the restroom because I done ripped out the restroom right there next to my bedroom downstairs, and I'm remodeling that. So I have to go up and down stairs 3, 4, 5 times during the day, and of course that's giving me a workout as well. I'm sure that's helping contribute to the weight loss, right, in that aspect. But I'm telling you this because the Bible talks about food. In the Bible, God says to eat certain things, not eat certain things. It says the healing is in the leaves. It's in the food, right? He said all this you can eat. He said, but don't eat that. And the day you eat that, you shall surely die. There's some things that you eat will kill you. Can't eat everything. And did they die right away? No, they didn't die right away. I'm talking about in the book of Genesis. They didn't die right away. Took time. I'm just saying, if food can heal, food can kill. Choice is yours. Do a little research. Anything that says enriched, anything that's supplemented with, anything that's modified, enhanced, I would stay away from it. Right, stay away from it. I'm still eating all the stuff that I've always eaten, right? Which is why this is good for me, and which is why I'm telling you, because diets are hard. You can't eat this no more. You better not eat that. And you're sitting up suffering. You're hungry. You're eating lettuce leaves and stuff. No, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. I'm eating all the stuff that I've always wanted or always been eating. I just changed the ingredient. Organic, non-poisonous, and it's helping. Plus, I'm taking these vitamins, right? I got Miracle 2000, which is a liquid, and it has like 120 elements in it. And then this other one has 90, and it's from a company called Longevity. Okay? So I'm trying those, right? And they're helping me. Now, I'm off of all medication. I'll be transparent, right? They tried to have me on blood pressure. My lips swole all up. They gave me something else. They had me on a Cinepril or something. Lips swole all up. Right, got off of that. Then they gave me something else. I don't remember the name of it. But when I read the side effects, it says causes swelling. It's like, that's what I'm trying to get away from. Never took it. So I didn't take it. Okay? And then they wanted to put me on some cholesterol statin stuff. And looking at the studies, they said it adds about 4 days to your lifespan. It's like, nope, not doing that. So I haven't been doing that. I was taking testosterone every 2 weeks, right? Because your testosterone get a little low and you're feeling a little, I don't have the right word. I have the right word, but I don't want to mispronounce it. I know what I want to say, but I don't want to mispronounce it. But, feeling a little weak, okay? And so I was doing that for a few years, okay? Well, this last go around, prescription ran out. Just a series of circumstances, right? I asked God for some help. I said, Lord, you got to help me. And so the medication ran out, and the doctor was supposed to call and renew it. They telling me to call, and it's like, I'm not calling. So I missed the next appointment. By the time the rescheduled appointment came about, I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. They called and said, you got your prescription. That's the pharmacy. I said, don't ship it. I'm not doing it anymore. So I've been off of it going on 2 months. Now, I'm going to tell you, since I've stopped taking that testosterone injection, I can make it to the restroom without a sense of urgency. Okay? That was just increasingly getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And since I've stopped, took about because it was 3 weeks. that I hadn't taken it and told them I'm not doing that anymore. So in about a month's time, right, that sense of urgency dissipated, and I haven't had that anymore. I haven't had that anymore. And so with the new regimen of vitamins and eating, right, I'm just beginning now to exercise again, right? Get a few push-ups in, some dumbbell work, and stuff like that. Not pushing myself too hard, right? And but I'm feeling better with each passing day. You know, still have my little ups and downs, right? But like I said, overall, I'm 1,000% better. And so I want to encourage you to look into that, especially just the food. That I know is a fact. The food that you go and buy off the shelves, a lot of the stuff that we just eat, take for granted, advertise, and we just consume it, restaurants and whatnot, fast foods. You know, you think you're eating healthy. Well, I'm gonna have some lean meat and give me some vegetables and and all. It's in the bread. It's in the bread. It's in the wheat. It's in the flour. They put it in. You gotta look at it. Just go look. Go look. It says enriched, and look at all that crap that's in it. And then just walk down the aisle a little ways and find rice. It just says rice. That's all it says. It just honestly, it says rice. Ingredients: rice versus enriched rice, and then a whole list of stuff that they didn't put in. You don't want to eat that. You don't want to eat that. You want to stop eating that stuff. So this is Donald Lee from Kingdomology out.